Welcome to the den. It's Stretch and Jam. Growlr Confessions. The real talk, your discretion. Stretch and Jam on the mic. Every voice, every session. From the den to the screen. Say it loud, say it true. This is Growlr Confessions and it's all about you. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Yeah, we're episode 5 this week, and it's basically things that people don't regret. The messy, the wild, like dating red flags, breaking rules, going back for second helping, seconds, but basically things you don't regret. So they're all stories
that you just kind of like don't regret, or red flag, breaking a rule, or going back for seconds. Because bold confessions where people admit to the wild, messy, or scandalous things they don't regret, like dating a red flag, breaking a rule, or going back for seconds. Like, woo!
Got some good stories. Some good stories. All right, I'm gonna start off tonight's show. First story. The title of this one is, I dated the walking red flag and he proved everyone right in public.
Ooh.
I knew he was a red flag because our first date ended with him arguing with a bartender about the concept of last call. I should have left. Instead, I found it hot. That was my first mistake. Fast forward 3 months. We're at a friend's birthday dinner. Nice place, candles, vibes. He disappears for 20 minutes and comes back furious because I laughed too loud at someone else's joke. A joke about parking. He then announces that he's not doing this energy tonight and storms out without paying. So there I am, apologizing to the table, covering his share, and Ubering home alone. I cried for exactly 12 minutes, wiped my face, and then laughed because, of course, that's how it ended. I never heard from him again. Do I regret it? No, because now I can spot emotional manipulation from a mile away, and I have a story that shuts people up at brunch. I'd do it again, but only once. Character development isn't free.
Wow. I mean, okay, question of the hour. Would you have paid for his meal if he stormed out and left you and then made you Uber home? I'm like, y'all, sorry, he walked out on his meal. Y'all better go find him.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, could they hold you responsible because you went in with the person? Could they legally, under a legal?
No, because they're responsible for what they consume. So legally speaking, they would be, they'd be responsible.
No, I wouldn't. Not.
And then you left me, so then I had to Uber home. And then the fact that you knew they cried for 12 minutes. They knew exactly. Must be a 12-minute ride home from where.
Maybe.
Because I'm like, how'd you know? But yeah, I don't know if I would have. I mean, okay, let's be honest. You know, I'm a pushover. I probably would have done the same thing. Let's not.
You would have paid for his meal and called and asked the Uber company if he paid for his ride.
Right. The fact that they never heard from him again, I thought that would be just my luck, because don't you hate some? Have you ever had a relationship where you put up with a lot from somebody and then they just dump you, and you're like, I put up with so much crap for all this time, and then they're just gone, and then
David says he would not pay, but he would tip the server the difference.
Yeah, nice. There you go.
Uber just says no. No.
He's like, on his own. I'd be like, you know what? Here's a picture for the news story that y'all do when y'all go looking for him. I'm like, here's his address.
Oh yeah, screenshot out any picture that you have of him to forewarn others.
But yeah, no, you know what? Somebody should come up with that, or maybe there already is a website for that, but where you like put people that do that stuff to you on the website, and then like you can go and like check out their profile. Maybe that's a good money maker. Like, I don't know what we could call it, but
get people to send us in the anonymous confessions of their bad dates from Tinder and Plenty of Fish and Bumble and Grindr and stuff, and then compile them onto an app that's literally called Banner, and it'd be like, there you go, David, perfect, and then it'd be like going to check out the people who not to go on dates with.
Exactly. Like, or even like have a section where you give them like good stars if they were a good date, or bad stars, and then you can like see what their score is, so you know if you want to go on a date with them or not. think we might be onto something. Nobody steal that idea.
Copyrighted.
We have patented it right now. So this is story number 2. It was a harmless flirting. I ran into him at a bar, ex nowhere in sight, and suddenly we were joking, laughing, him brushing my hair off my face like he was auditioning for a rom-com. One drink turned into 3. One laugh turned into leaning closer. Next thing I know, we're stumbling into a hotel stairwell because the lobby is too crowded. We barely made it to a room before the chaos began. Him whispering, "Don't tell him." Me laughing because this was insane. The minibar untouched because we forgot about it entirely. My phone buzzed mid-kiss. It was my ex. I ignored it. The sex was absolutely amazing. There wasn't a place left untouched. I was in my early 20s then, and I could come so much. I think I did at least 7 times that night. That's a lot. The next morning, I left with his hoodie, a small note saying "never normal," and a growing sense of exhilaration. He blocked me. My ex found out eventually. Everyone in that friend group had an opinion. Me, I do it again. Some risks are worth lifelong stories. So, wow, that's a lot to unpack on that story.
That is a lot to unpack.
I'm like, So I'm assuming that they're saying ex because they were their partner and then they broke up with them, maybe. Like I would assume that's why they're calling them their ex. But 7 times, I know, right?
I mean, when you're in your early 20s, you know, pushing out 7 loads, you're like a Pez dispenser when you're that young.
It reminds me of that scene from what was it? The Lone Wolf of Wall Street. Where you thought those are rookie numbers, you need to pump those up.
Is that what you were thinking of, Maestro?
7 times. Wow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess that must have been worth it. But then in the end, what did you get? You didn't get you lost your ex and they blocked you. So I guess you just had a good story and a night to remember. And
they didn't regret it. They do it again. So that's the...
Cheers to them.
I do it again, but only once was the last story. This person said they'd do it again.
Yep. I can't say that I blame them.
I mean, 7 times and all over the room does sound pretty fun.
Yeah, I know. I'd hate to see the black light in that hotel room.
Let's see. Okay. All right, cool. Well, I'm just going to fly into the 3rd one then. Is that good with you, Jam?
Of course. Yeah.
So this is story number 3. I met him at a rooftop bar. And honestly, every instinct in me screamed to run. He was loud, reckless, and the kind of guy who argues with bartenders about whether tequila counts as a spirit or just sneaky sadness. My friends gave me the side eye, but I leaned in. I like trouble, and he was dripping with it. 3 weeks in, the chaos got personal. One night, after a few too many drinks, he grabbed my hand and pulled me into the back of a cab. "Trust me," he said, and that dangerous grin on his face appeared. I did. The tension was electric. Every brush of his fingers sent shivers down my spine. By the time we reached his apartment, clothes were discarded in a trail that could have been a crime scene. And we crashed onto the bed laughing and gasping and forgetting about the world outside. He was messy. He was impulsive. He was infuriating. But in that bed, wrapped up together, it didn't matter to me. I would do it again. Every red flag, every wild detour, every reckless thrill was so worth it for the nights like that. He absolutely left me worse than he had found me. He dumped me for another friend, the one that kept saying he wasn't right for me. Turns out he wanted in his pants, I guess. Would I go back and do it again? Hell yes. Will I steal him back from my former friend? It's coming. I have a plan and I'll update you soon.
It sounds like we're going to get a story number 2.
Part 2. That sounds like a part 2.
I hope they give us part number 2. I wonder what the plan is. Up, sir, how are you?
He dumped me for another friend, the one that said he kept saying it wasn't right for me. Do I plan to steal him back from former friend? Yes, I have a plan.
Oh, man. Now I'm curious. I will definitely be messaging them for
follow-up.
Yes, I love when we get follow-up stories. I'll be messaging them for.
These are totally just giving me reminiscence for sure. I mean, of course, it's red flags, but it's like the bad boy type, knowing inherently that it's a bad boy type that's not good, and all of us are like, ooh,
that's the ones we
bad
want.
Boy type, yeah.
We want the bad boys or the like the. I love it. If you have tattoos, I'm moving to the front of the line.
Oh, you're broken and you need fixing? Perfect.
Fixing. That's what they always say. I
love them bad boys.
Doctor says I have a story.
Love them bad.
We do love, even I love a bad boy. Yeah, I have to admit. I mean, obviously, I'm like, oh. There's just something so mysterious about him.
I know. That's so true. Oh, sorry, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, bad boys. What you gonna do?
What you gonna
do when they come for you? That actually has a different...
Apparently, these 3 are all giving in. The last 3 are all giving in.
Now, you know what? Now the song, now what you gonna do when they come for you? That has a new meaning now. Like
Uber says, "Come to Papa for lovin's." That's what you can do.
I can take this.
I'm real good at seeing the good things in a bad situation.
They're just misguided. I want to do real bad things with you.
I show bad boys. Yeah, bad boys is a thing. Don't know why. What that is. The rebelliousness, I don't know, maybe it's for people who are like lacking in spontaneousism and rebelliousness, so they like live vicariously through the bad boy type.
That, you know what, that's true, because that's number 1 for me, and then number 2, you know, I can't turn down a red flag, so that's number 2.
Yeah, I think everybody's probably aware at this point that you can't turn down red flags. Maybe you're getting better. Maybe they're pink, right? Maybe they're pink flags now.
I have gotten better about recognizing them really quick. I'm like, yeah, that's a red flag. Yeah, like I have gotten a lot better about recognizing them a lot quicker, for sure. All right, I'll go ahead and read story number 4 then. We'll get right into it. Sure. Story number 4, they titled it "Breaking a Rule I Don't Regret." Ooh. When I was younger, with a group of friends, fueled by liquid courage, stupidity, and being with Mary Jane, one summer night we decided to sneak into a fenced-off area surrounding the 60 to 80-foot water towers on the outskirts of town. The warning signs were clear: no entry and danger, risk of injury or death, but we didn't care. We were feeling risky. We climbed the barbed wire fence using a bundled up sweater to cushion the wire. The rusty metal creaked beneath our weight, and for a moment we froze, worried the sweater would not work and we could get hurt. We didn't. I climbed over the fence, my eyes fixed on a ladder that led to the top of one of the water towers. The climb was exhilarating, but also scary. The higher we climbed, the more of a bad idea it seemed, but I was leading the way, so I couldn't stop. Finally, we reached the top. The city looked so pretty. We claimed our spot, passing a bottle of liquor and joints around, and laughed endlessly. As we sat on the edge, our feet dangling, the clear sky and warm temperature made the night feel so special. We ended up spending the night up there until the sun started to rise, and we decided it was best to get out of there before any workers or police showed up. Who knew if they had cameras, but none of us ever got in trouble for it. And it's one memory of breaking rules I will never forget or regret. Aww.
Come on, fucking rebel. Come on, break an entry.
You know what? That's one of those sweet, like, nostalgic moments that you remember from your childhood that was worth it. That was, 60 to 80.
A 60 to 80 foot tower.
Yeah, that scares me though. I'm mortified of heights. Like one slip and it's a water tower, so you know it's
slippery. Or the fact that they're like, you may be injured or die. Death is trespassing is minimal. The reality of sitting up somewhere is like that in the air, no protective gear, while drunk and high.
And then, like, could you imagine, like, going to sleep though, and like, what if you rolled off? Like, I mean, like, that would scare me.
That'd be a quick death.
Yeah. You would wake up.
Or maybe not. I mean, 60 to 80 feet maybe isn't, I don't know.
Like, I thought I was falling in my sleep. Turns out it was real life. But I realized it too late. I love that.
The last thing I remember was a dream of me rolling off a tower, and then I ended up here. Where are we? And they're like, you're in heaven. You're dead. You rolled off the water tower.
Like, Jesus,
it wasn't a dream.
Like, Jesus, is that you, playa? As you go through the gates. I love that. Trespassing minimally. I love that. That's a good way to say it.
Yeah, that's cool though. Well, that one wasn't red flag.
Mm-hmm. That was a good nostalgic story that we all did stuff as kids. That we
breaking the rules. Mm-hmm. Hello to anybody who are just joining us. Me and Jam are reading out stories for our Growlr Confessions episode 5. Mm-hmm. The category itself that we're doing tonight is the bold confessions that people admit, the wild, messy, or scandalous things that they don't regret doing, like dating red flags, breaking rules, or going back for seconds. We get all of these stories sent to us by people on the app and soon to be sent to us completely anonymously using a website that we'll have up and running. And we do these episodes every 2 weeks and tell the stories back to you guys. All right. I've met, you guys good? Everybody in here? We still got people in the chat still here, still with us? I met a guy on Growlr. At first, he seemed completely normal. Charming, even. He was a hairstylist and offered to cut my hair and did a great job. Then I found out he was also a painter, and he started gifting me these beautifully genuine paintings. It felt thoughtful, creative, like I'd stumbled onto one of those rare yet surprising wholesome connections. About a weekend, we had plans for a Saturday. I ended up canceling because I was behind on college work and I honestly didn't feel too great. He asked if he could come over anyway. I said no. Clearly, I told him I needed to rest, so I took a nap. 2 hours later, I woke up to my phone lighting up with 3 missed calls. As I was registering that, I heard knocking at the front door. Oh, fuck. Then more knocking. My phone rang again. I answered the phone and told him firmly that I didn't want company and that he needed to go home. He begged. I said, no, this is fucking crazy. He begged. I said no again, and that's when it escalated. He started knocking on different doors around my house, then on the windows, moving from one side of the house to the other. Persistent, erratic. I stopped answering, hoping he would get the message. Instead, he went to his car, which was parked in my driveway, and started laying on the horn, on and off, for 20 minutes straight. This is like, holy shit, stage 5 clinger. I finally called him and told him my neighbor had come outside because of the noise and had called the police out of concern because there was a man at my house who was acting unhinged. That's what finally made him leave. Against my better judgment, I agreed to have dinner with him one last time just to end things face to face. Oh, when I told him it was over, he tried to justify everything. He said he thought I had someone else in my house, that he thought I was cheating. We had known each other for 1 week. That was the moment it fully clicked that this was not romantic, misunderstood behavior. It was control and possessiveness. A red flag waving itself so hard that I was practically screaming. And I never saw him again.
Wow.
Like, hey, fuck, I've never seen him again. Dear God, that was like stage 5 clinger, worried for my life.
All I could think was I can't even get a text back. And he's got him knocking on the doors and the window.
He's got him knocking on the doors from one side of the house to the other, a field of red flags. Yes, it is. Oh my God.
The honking the horn for 20 minutes straight. I'm like, could you imagine? That would scare I get that some people, are more brave than others, but also like maybe this person doesn't, who knows? But I'm like, for you, even yourself, Divine, you do live in the US. So you live in Texas. That situation, who's like, he'd be like, go back to his car and get like an AK-47 and start fucking AKing your house. You're not answering the door. It is
not. Don't answer me.
Maybe he's a bad boy and I can fix him, just like the other story.
Just like the other ones. Just like the other ones. AKs are romantic too? No. No. AKs is not romantic.
Job.
Oh my God.
What a whirlwind.
That story freaked the shit out of me. I'm not joking. That one would freak me out if that happened to me. From one side of my house to the other and stuff. Yeah, I would have called police. Like
Sage said, no means no. But if you're like me and you live out in the country, the police you have to take care of it yourself. The police getting here can take forever in a day. I'm like, Butter he's been editing all of our content for us and doing the shorts. If you haven't seen the shorts, they're hilarious. They're completely great. I love the recent one where it was Butter and Bo, and then they were playing Fortnite with David, and the alpaca was on the couch.
Me and Jam were playing Fortnite together. Butter and Bo were playing Fortnite together, and David and his alpaca are playing Fortnite together. We just get into it. It's so good. They're really worth checking out, guys. Really easy to find. The Den Network on YT or IG.
I'll go ahead and read story number 6.
Last story? Yeah, let's do it.
This one says, dating a red flag that I don't regret. Ooh. He was my straight friend, the kind you build an unspoken trust with, the kind you protect by never testing the waters. We bonded over a shared hobby, spending hours side by side, laughing easily, always pretending the tension wasn't there, but it was. Looks lingered a beat too long, jokes drifted closer to something lustful. We both knew we were circling a line that could shatter everything. One day we crossed it, and I'd do it again without hesitation. It happened in a busy parking lot in the front seat of his car. We were supposed to go inside, but instead we sat there longer than necessary, filling the air with pointless small talk as the tension thickened. That day felt different. He carried himself differently. He was more confident, more flirtatious. When the conversation finally stalled, I suggested we should probably head in. As I reached for the door handle, he grabbed my arm and pulled me back toward him. We kissed like we'd never been holding our breath for months. One kiss led to groping led to undressing, and next thing you know, we were in his backseat getting it on. It was reckless, it was hot, and it was honest. Afterward, I didn't feel shame or doubt. I felt calm, satisfied, and completely sure of myself. Some moments don't need excuses or regrets. That moment was one of them. Ooh.
Come on, a little spicy straight friend in there in the mix. I think there's a lot of stories that.
We do love a good deal, Daddy.
If that's not an episode that we have on our list, we almost could make an entire episode out of like
follow-up stories.
Well, experiences with straight men, the DL thing, and then follow-up stories to those.
Hi, Ray.
Hey, Ray.
That was very hot.
That was, yeah.
I bet those, well, if they were going to the gym, I guess they didn't have to go in if it was the gym. I wonder what parking lot they were.
Was it a gym?
No, it didn't say. I was just making I was like, if it's a gym, at least they didn't have to worry. They got a different kind of workout.
In the car.
Didn't even have to.
True, in the back seat, getting it on.
The straight guy gets home and he's out of breath, and his wife's like, "Why are you so sweaty? You must have had a really good workout."
Why do you smell like a man? That's not you.
You know what's
I know your musk, and this is not your musk.
Oh God, that was great. Good stories. We do have a few that will probably be follow-up, at least one or two.
Yeah, at least two. I'm thinking that we'll have a follow-up with.
So we'll be reaching out to those and seeing if we got. I do have a few of the Growlr DM ones that I've gotten from people, so we could, circle back to that one night as well. And, so that'll be fun times. If you're just tuning in and missed it, tonight was Growlr Confessions by Stretch and myself, Jam, where we told anonymous stories submitted by you guys, told by us. And we just completed our episode number 5.
So number 5. Yes. Yeah, this last one was the bold confessions that people would admit the wild, messy, or scandalous things that they do not regret doing, like dating red flags, breaking rules, or going back for seconds. That was that episode.
Going back for seconds. That was the guy that went on the dinner date after the guy stalked his place.
That is mind-boggling that the person literally danced around the outside of their house, honked the horn for that long, got them to leave, and then the person still went on a dinner date. That was insane. Insane.
At least they didn't ghost him. I guess they might have been scared. They might have been scared of what would happen if they ghosted him or something. What they would do if they went completely no contact.
Maybe that was it. True. There was a lot of red flags. There was a lot of red flags people were going for.